Hello and welcome to this Friday's reading where we receive insight and guidance regarding what's in our best interest to know at this time. I'm Maureen Frank, the Mandala Lady, and let's get started. I call in all of our teams of guides and angels with the intention of receiving insight and guidance as to what's in our best interest to know at this time, today, April 25th, 2025. Okay, so right off the bat, while I was opening that connection, I saw a sailboat. That's going to be a rough version of what I saw. I should use a darker pencil. Let's see, maybe darker. Yeah, I saw a sailboat. And yeah, it looked like it was on water. So let's create water. And it looks like it was going from this direction to that direction, which to me meant it was going to the right. Okay, sailing along. It's a gorgeous day, sun shining, couple of clouds here and there. Okay. All right. So what happened? So okay, I'm seeing people on the boat, sailboat. So there's people, a couple of people here and there, not very many, just a few. And I think this is where the steering wheel is. I don't know. I'm not drawing that very well, and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the real detail. But yeah, there's one person up in front and a couple of people hanging around in the back. All right. So, is there anything on the sail that doesn't matter? Okay, the fact that this is on sailboat. So sailing along, gorgeous day. Okay, what happens next? Dolphin, a couple of dolphins diving, jumping off to the left. I don't know the nautical term. Which one is left and right? There's a term. There's dolphins jumping, and they're going. Oh, the dolphins are going in the opposite direction, and I'm not able to depict that very well, but right now they look like mosquitoes. I don't, but those are supposed to be dolphins, but they're going in the opposite direction. All right, so what happens next? Oh, they start swimming around the boat. Do the people see them? No, the people don't see them. Are the dolphins trying to get the people's attention? Yes, but the people aren't listening. Hmm. Okay, so is that right? Am I getting that message? Okay, that okay. So first, it was coming across that we're not listening to nature, and that we're not paying attention to nature. But as I listened more closely, it was that we're not listening to our true nature, our our inner nature of okay, to use me as an example, I attended a class yesterday, online class, and as part of this class, they wanted us to look at. Excuse me, the class was Tuesday. This particular class was on Tuesday, immaterial, but anyway, it was Tuesday, and the facilitator, she asked, when you go into a room and there's people, or you go into an environment where there's people around, whatever, what frequency are you walking in the room with? What frequency are you at when you walk into the room? And a couple people in the class shared some really lofty, lovely sentiments that, peace, joy, love, friendliness, whatever. And I was feeling a little awkward because that wasn't the first word that was coming to mind. The first word that was coming to mind was apprehension. That I enter an environment with usually apprehension, I want to assess the situation first, see who's here, what's going on, and then, so in other words, I have my guard up. And then, then the facilitator, she said, okay, well, let's work with the apprehension. Think of it as a coat, that you're wearing this coat called apprehension. And so you take the coat of apprehension off, and then what's beneath that. And what came to mind was bubbly friendliness, because I thought of myself when I was little. I've seen pictures of me when I was a toddler, and there's such joy coming from her, and big smile, and this sense of being friendly, and different people picking me up, or there's photos of people holding me, and I seem to be quite content and um, friendly and bubbly. So that's my true nature. The apprehension is not my true nature. That's acquired. That's just over time I've created that, and so now it's for me to work through that. So the sense I'm getting here is that, to equate it to what I just shared, was the dolphins here, as they're swimming around the boat, they're trying, you are bubbly friendly, you're friendly and bubbly, you're not apprehension, you're you're really energetic and joyful, and um, not not this scared person. Now, granted, the people on this sailboat, and continue to want to doodle on the sailboat, the people on this sailboat just seem to be oblivious. And so we can equate that to, what part of our true nature are we oblivious to? Um, what part of our true self is trying to come through, is trying to get our attention by swimming around, trying to get our attention from what's going on the boat, and pay attention to what's going on here, that this beautiful nature scene of being out on, yes, okay, I'm feeling compelled to color. Hold on a second. So let me ponder, is there anything more to add to that? Hold on. This is real rough. Okay. Okay. I just feel like there needs to be some color here. Some old fashioned wood sailboat, give it a mast, and a pink sail. I like that. All right. Nothing says bubbly and friendly like bubblegum pink. Okay, hold on. So now it's in color. Oh, I didn't color the water. Hold on. All right. Okay, now that I've colored this in, is there anything? Here are the dolphins that are swimming around. These are people being oblivious to their true nature. Anything else to add to that? No. So we're being asked to, if I were to summarize it, we're being asked to, oh yes, we can use it that way. Yes, thanks. What coats, plural, because chances are there's more than one. What coats are you wearing that are hiding or masking our true nature? What is apprehension, resistance, fear, what? And if it's fear, what fear? Well, apprehension for me is a fear of something could go wrong, or somehow I'll get into trouble. God, it's such an old message that's, you can almost call it a wound. Anyway, just take a look at what, yeah, just pay attention to how you are in different situations, and when do you think, in what circumstance are you your more your true self, your authentic self? Like a week and a half ago, I was working in the front yard, putting in these bigger stones to map out the spiral labyrinth that I have been building in the front yard. And halfway through this grueling, physically grueling task of grabbing stones, placing them, grabbing more stones, halfway through it, I realized that I'm having so much fun. It was actually joyful, even though my body was tired and I could feel that probably the next day I was going to feel it. But in that moment, I witnessed inner joy that this was fun. This is what I want to do. And so we're all being asked to look for more of those. Where does that happen? And what coats are we wearing that is blocking us from feeling that sense of joy and our true nature is, so just, so for me is, so this idea of bubbly friendliness is such a weird way to describe it, but bubbly friendliness. I'm going to explore that some more and see where I'm holding that back and not allowing that to be. And I know why I'm holding it back, because there was an incident in my youth where I was definitely bubbly, too bubbly apparently for a grown up who made a point of telling me to calm down, and basically embarrassed me. In my mind, it embarrassed me in front of the friends I was hanging out with at the time. I was probably 8 or 9 or something, but kind of stuck with me. People can't handle my bubbly friendliness, so I've had to succumb it. And so now that this has come to my awareness, I got to bring it to light. And so, what is your I like how they're saying that. What is your divine truth about yourself? What is your true self? And I'm curious. Can I ask about? Yeah, I'm curious as to why they use the sailboat as the image. Oh, okay, I get it. So basically, it's not so much about the sailboat; it's the setting. How it's this beautiful day on this nice boat, and the seas are pretty calm, and there's this false sense of this being um, a joyful experience. There, yeah, because I almost get it from that person in the front, like there's a sense of longing there, and also they're within view. That person is in view of the dolphins that are swimming, so this person is starting to get it. That so notice that too, when if you're doing something that on the surface makes it look like you're being in joy and having a good time or whatever, that in reality, internally, you've just put on this coat to give the impression. So we're really wanting to unveil it. So that's the thing. We can recognize, oh, okay. Sorry, this is going a lot longer, but it's easier for us to recognize behavior that is perceived as negative. Like if we're eating half a gallon of ice cream in one sitting, it's easy to recognize that, yeah, that's probably not wise. But if you're, on a sailboat on a beautiful day, you may have this false sense. You may have this idea that this is great, but if you were to stop and be still for a moment and really check in, does this really give me joy? And there are things in my past and in my life that I think about that where, yeah, like watching football. Sorry, do not want to offend any football watchers. I used to be obsessed, so much so that even if I was home alone and watching a game, especially professional, sports, professional football, I would scream and yell at the TV, and I would yell at them and say, yeah, you know, and it was one day, it's like, it just dawned on me, wait a minute, whether oh, and then I would make sure I was home in time to watch it. And I just caught myself one day. I said, you know, no matter what, whether I watch this game or not, whether I say anything or not, the game is going to come out the way the game is going to come out. Nothing I can do or say is going to change it. I'm not even there. I mean, I'm watching it. It's the game's probably happening 1,000 miles away, and I'm losing my peace, thinking it's joyful, but it really, in the end, was just causing me a lot of stress and anxiety, especially if the team I was rooting for lost. So I came to that realization that, oh, I, watching the game, I thought this was a great thing to do. I thought I was enjoying it, but the reality was I wasn't enjoying it, and I was missing out on other things that I do truly enjoy. So I hope the message, you're getting the message, is check out your true nature. What is your true nature, and what coats are you wearing that are blocking you, that are blocking us? Because I am sure I have other coats on that are blocking us from our true nature and from even our true potential. Okay, anything to add? they said I've exhausted I've exhausted the topic. Okay, all right, whatever. So until next time. Oh yeah, I just want to share, I recently had my website redone. I have to admit, it looks beautiful. I hired somebody to do it for me, and he did a great job. So the mandalalady.com, and right now it just has information about having personal readings, and soon we'll be adding the art, which will be available for sale. And but on the website now are links to my Redbubble account, where a lot of my artwork is available on merchandise, from t-shirts to pillows to phone covers, whatever. You can check it out. So until next time, find your true nature, take good care. Bye-bye.